Hey guys, it's Angelica, and today I wanted to talk to you about something because I'm really excited about this. On Monday, I took my driver's test. Guess what I got? I got my license. So now it's legal for me to drive by myself. And I don't know what it's like I don't know what it's like for different states and stuff like that, but in PA, we have to go there and we parallel park, and then we drive on the road around the driving license center. And this is actually my third time taking the test that I finally passed. Oh, and I am 16, so it is normal for me to be getting my license now. I could have gotten it a couple months earlier, and it is my third time trying, so I could have had it earlier, but I am still 16, and in PA, when you turn 16, you can get your permit, and then you have to wait 6 months to try to take your driver's test. So that's how it is for us. I don't know how it is for you guys, but yeah. So the first time I went, I had this lady, and she was really mean. I'm sorry, but she was really mean. And I didn't turn my turn signals on when I was parallel parking, and there were a couple other things. She's like, oh, you didn't do this right, but she was just mean. So yeah, I failed that. And then the second time I went, me and my dad actually drove really far for this appointment, and then we got there, and we got there early, so we didn't actually go to the driver's license center, but we were in the area early. We knew where it was because it was where my brother got his license from. So we went to a gas station and got something to drink, and then we drove around the neighborhood to get used to so that I could get used to the roads around there, so I knew what I was driving on. And then we actually go into the driver's license center and realize that it's closed and it's not the right location, and they had a sign on the door that said, oh look, here's our new location, and it had the address on it, and then the address wasn't coming up on our GPS, so I had to put it in my phone, but I put west, not east, so we went the completely wrong direction. So then we had to go the other way, and we finally found it, and I was really late, and I was freaking out, and me and my dad were both really upset. So yeah, but then they did let me take my test, but I went to go parallel park, and I don't know what I did really, but I really messed up, which was really stupid because the first time the mean lady even said I parallel parked perfectly. I just didn't turn my turn signals on. So I don't know what happened, but I did terrible. But yesterday, third time taking the test, I finally got it. I parallel parked perfectly. I had a guy that was nice, and I drove around the neighborhood, and I was good, and I got my license, and I'm very excited about this. I already went out driving by myself yesterday. I only drove to the library, which is 10 minutes away from me, but it's cool because I drove by myself. So tips I have for you guys when taking your driver's test: 1, do not make yourself scared. Don't freak yourself out, because this is the worst possible thing you can do. I honestly believe that in itself is why I failed the first 2 times. Tip number 2, definitely, if you can, go to the driving license center that you're taking your test at and practice in their parallel parking spot and drive around the neighborhood, because getting practice is the best thing you can do. And parallel parking in their spot is probably the best, because I did notice that the other places we went, they were basically the same, but they were slightly different. And so yeah, if you can, parallel park at the place you're going to. And driving around the neighborhood is a really good thing, because then you know the speed limit around the driving license center, you know where different stop signs are and stuff like that. So it's always really good to practice there if you can. And if you can't practice there, I would still recommend going to the closest driving license center to you and practice there, because at least you're getting some kind of practice with parallel parking in their spaces. Because before I actually went to the driving license center, I did set up cones and practice with that, but it's really different than actually going there and practicing with the space that they have set up there. Tip number 3, talk to your friends, friends that have their license and that don't, and stuff like that, and just different things that they did wrong, or what they could have done better, or just any tips that they would have for you for taking your test, because a couple of my friends went and, like, one of my friends went to the same place I did, so she actually showed me the course that the driver took her on, and that was really helpful to me. Tip number 4 is if you fail, like, your first time, don't worry about it. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, I know I got really upset when I failed the first time because I went in honestly thinking that I was going to pass that day. But, like, it's really not the end of the world. You're going to have another chance, and you're going to be able to get it another time. I mean, a couple of my friends did get their license on their first time, but I'm not the only one who didn't get it on my first time. So, like, it really doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. You're going to have more opportunities, and you're going to do great the next time. And you can't let the last time you failed freak you out, because I was definitely doing that when I took my test this week. I was freaking out because I failed the first 2 times, but I just had to tell myself that I was going to do fine and it was going to be okay. But, like, even my dad said, like, when I was going to take my test, he was really glad that the guy I had this time was nice, because he said that my face was, like, bright red, so he could tell that I was getting, like, really nervous and stuff. But you just can't let it freak you out, because, like I said, I honestly think that's why I failed the first 2 times. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you when you go to take your driver's test, and good luck to you all becoming licensed drivers. So if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. My cat is, I really wish you could see him right now. He's literally watching me talk in the back of the camera, and it's hilarious.